Hi friends, it's Nancy, and today we're going to start Autumn Avenue. In the past we did Witchwood Lane, and we just finished Goblin Glen. And I asked you if anybody was interested in like an autumn themed street, and a lot of people said yes. And I know a lot of people don't do Halloween either. So, and I love fall, so I'm very excited to do this. So, I'm going to link my very first video from Witchwood Lane that showed how to set up the envelopes and get the base done. And then I'll put that in the messages below, the description box below. But I wanted to show you what I'm gathering to do this one. I'm trying to think of what I have already and what I can use, okay? And maybe you already have some of these things already since we used them in the past, so we'll see. So before I show you this, let me just kind of run down, and I will link everything below, but I went through the things that I have and maybe a couple things I recently got. And I have my list here. So the first thing I want to show you, and again, is the Collage and Cut Autumn Dream book. I got this on Amazon, and this was recommended by Nicole at Relax Cut Glue. So I got this book here recently, and I already started cutting images out. Like, wouldn't that be pretty outside a house? And sunflowers are my favorite flower there. And then there's a pile of leaves, and then this girl might look really good in a window on a tag, I thought. And then there's this huge tree in there, which I think will go really pretty behind a house. So I'm still looking images in here, and I'm cutting them out. So I just can't get over the prettiness of the colors, and the images are so crisp, and there's so many different things in this book for Halloween, for fall. Here's, beautiful images like that, and mushrooms. There's so much in this book to use. So it's Autumn and Halloween Collage Collection. And in my last, when I did Goblin Glen, I cut black silhouette trees with my Cricut machine. So I cut them in a brown. There's a couple different trees here, so I cut them in brown in a couple different sizes. Okay, and that. And then I have, these scraps here I found in my bin. These are scraps left over from, I think last year, JoeyCardmaker would give a free few sheets of things, that we could play with and make. I have this left over from last year, so I have these scraps here. And I'm just going to show you everything I pulled out. Not that I'm going to use it all, but this is what I pulled out. These scraps here are from Spellbound. These are the neutral textiles that I bought from Etsy. And I have to look. I'll link everything down below. I can't think of what shop I bought this at, but it's called Neutral Textiles, and I'll put the shop below. So these are the scraps that were in Spellbound, so I didn't want to print any more till I use these up. And then these, I don't know if you follow Andrea Artie Mays on YouTube. I'm in her Facebook group, and she is so generous. She gives a beautiful selection of papers and tags and ephemera every month free in her Ko-fi shop. And this month's was all of these, and I cut them out. These papers were like a whole sheet, but they were blocks of colors, and I just cut the blocks out. And I thought, oh wow, these would be really fun to play with. So I pre-cut those already because I thought those would be nice. And here's another page. Here's another page. And then she gives images like this and tags like that. And this is all, she gives this all things. So I have these, thinking I could play with these. I have some old music book page. And then from Collage Soup, I have the ebook, my favorite color is fall. So I have this from whatever. I have that page from that book, ebook. I thought, well, we need a couple scarecrows, so I printed that out. And then there's 2 sizes of wreaths. I just printed both sizes out. And then there's this page of all these gourds and pumpkins. And then I also have this page here with these really pretty autumn words. This is from Emma Parrish Artist, her Etsy shop. I think it came with a, I don't know if this was a freebie from her. I'll have to look into this. I want to say she has an Etsy shop and she has a YouTube channel and she makes the prettiest little things ever, and you've got to check her out. So her shop is Emma Parrish Artist. And then these, I had bought this and I printed out. They're kind of big though. I don't think I'll be able to use these. I should have printed them 2 to a page. But this is a little collection of fall tags from Little Lady Papery on Etsy. Like I said, I don't know if I'll be using these. If I did, it would be on the tag. So I'm not sure if I'm going to use those. And then last, I had just recently purchased and I cut up from My Porch Prints. It was one of their fall tidbit things. I'll look it up and I'll link it all in the bottom. So not sure if I'm going to use any of this, but I just gathered everything, looking at it, and I'll see what I want to pull. Okay, so I just wanted to show you what I'm pulling from, and then we'll see how it goes and see what I use. Okay, so I'm going to move some of this to the side, and I didn't cut a lot of this out yet, but I think what we're going to obviously first start doing is collaging. So I'm going to, I don't know, I might throw some music page in there. It kind of goes with the colors, this old book page, so, or music page. And then I just think these are gorgeous. I cut these up. Not sure about all the rest of it that I would use, but maybe. I just want it to be at hand, right? And it might be really nice to make tags with, I'm not sure. So that, and I do have I want to use, you know, like these textile, the neutral textile kit, and then definitely images from the book, which I'm still looking and cutting. So, all right, I think I'm going to start with all of this first. Keep this out here for now, put this away. And then I want to show you the envelopes. Now, I'm just trying something a little different. I do have all my tags measured from the envelopes, and I numbered them, so I know the first envelope, this is the first tag, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And it doesn't matter if you want to do, oh, I know, if you want to do like 6 or 8 houses, you can make it as long as you want. And I'm also going to link below one of my friends, Cindy. She just showed on her YouTube channel her beautiful, beautiful neighborhood she made with witches and all, and it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to link her channel, the video below. You've got to check hers out. So I got a lot of listing below going on down there, so check it out, right? Okay, so I have my tags pre-cut. So I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to try some smaller houses, and I'm calling them cottages. So this is Autumn Avenue, and of course I have the big one here, and I have just a brown envelope. I found that and I thought, oh, that would probably be good to do, a brown envelope. And then I had a smaller one, and then I had one of these colored envelopes. I don't know what we call this color, but we all get them. And then so I've been doing 5, usually 5. And I thought, well, I think I want to just try some small ones in between, just to be different. Just, you don't have to do that, but I'm just trying to do something a little different. And so once you find your envelopes, you're going to decide on the size of your roof. Do you want it, how you want them? You're going to lay your envelopes out. Now, this envelope here had double windows here, and one window was higher than the other. So I just cut below the window and then below the other window, and I made it like this kind of a roof, and I thought, well, that's different. And then the one thing I struggled with in the very first video that's listed below is I kind of sealed my envelopes, and then I had a struggle to put the paper in here and glue it to cover the background. It's better if you open your envelopes, glue your background in there behind your windows, and then seal your envelopes up. Then, you know, continue on. So this is easy. I just used coffee dyed paper in 1-inch strips, folded them in half, glued one half to one envelope and then to the other, and that's how I attached them. When you're gluing them, just make sure that they're even as possible, so when they stand, they're going to stand really nice for you. And that's pretty easy. And I did ink everything for me. I did a vintage photo. I inked everything. So this is going to be the front, and a couple of these do not have windows, and the other 3 do have windows. So that's what I'm doing. And so I guess what we need to do is just at least start covering, and we probably could just kind of collage the front, get the front covered up. And you know, the fun part is the decorating, but we have to do the collaging first. So so I think I'm going to get my glue book out here. I haven't really planned this. Sometimes I plan it, but I think we're going to just wing it. I want to write myself a note here so I don't forget to put Cindy's YouTube video. Cindy's video. You've got to see her beautiful neighborhoods she made. Okay, so all right, this house doesn't have a window, but it will have a tag, obviously. So I thought, well, I don't know, I like that this is brown, so if you have some brown envelopes or the golden ones, golden orangey ones, whatever, that would probably be good too, but you don't have to have that. So I'm just going to start looking through all these papers here, see what I have here, see what fits. Okay, and don't know that I need a whole piece on the front. I could do a couple different. That one's got some blue in there, but maybe I'll stay away from that for now because I don't think I have anything. Let's see, the only thing I would look at is in here if there's anything blue that would catch my eye. Now you saw me use, there's some mushrooms, but I don't think I'm going to put mushrooms out there. Okay, so I'll just put that to the side for now. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have this one. See, this is the hard part, right? Yeah. So I'm going to look for something that looks good on here. And we'll go from there, I guess. And I love that we can do this. Just start laying them out and see what you can put on top. Maybe, I wonder, this one's not wide enough, but maybe a piece of that would be wide. All right, I'm going to start there. I'm going to glue this down. And do I want to ink the edges? That's a personal preference. I guess I could just hit them with the vintage photo, just so we don't see white edges. I guess nothing, I'm not going to get technical with it. I'm just going to run it across there. I'm just reaching over to my vintage photo here, loading up my brush and my sponge. I'm just going to do this, just so we don't see the white edges. That, and then I want to do part of this, so we'll cut it in this. Okay, let's just start going. I'm going to glue this on. So right over here, just getting glue on my paper. I just thought, well, I'll do a couple cottages, meaning smaller houses, just to do something different, but, and, you know, like they'll still have tags and all, but I think those will be fun. And, you know, think again, if you decorate for fall or your neighbors do, you know, we have scarecrow. I know I have a little scarecrow and a bale of hay on my front porch. I have mums on my front porch. You know, try to think of what you see that people are decorating with. I didn't tear this. These are all cut. I don't mind mixing cut and torn, so, but I will probably cut since these are smaller pieces. So I'm just gonna kind of measure here and I'll see, where's my pencil? So I hope you're all doing well. I know everybody was so excited to start this. I was very excited to start the autumn one. Anything with these colors is right up my alley, you know, so that's going to go there. I think this is going to be super pretty. And then here, I'm just going to cut a small piece so I don't waste it. And then we'll cut around it once we glue it on, but I'll just cut it off. Oh, I might like this darker piece here. Oh, I think I will. This side here is darker than the other, so let's do that. Okay, and I'm sure we all have some kind of fall kits that we could be using. You don't have to buy anything, you know, brand new unless you feel like it, but everybody's got such beautiful, beautiful fall kits. And I even have some that I haven't even done anything with. Because, you know, once you see them, you just want them. At least that's how I am. I have a couple that I haven't done anything with. And that's the same for me with Halloween, too. I buy some kits and I have good intentions, but, yeah, I just have to. Someday I'll get them. Someday I'll get to them, I guess. So. I'm sure I'm not the only one that has so many digital kits you don't even know what you have, because I don't have a good way of keeping track. And if you don't, it's like I didn't start from the beginning when I started buying digital kits. And to go back now, I would have to probably hire somebody to do it. I don't think I'd have the patience to do that. I'm going to, let me just tuck this in here for now. I think it'd be easier if I put the glue here and here. Let's see how that works. Do it this way instead. Let's see. And then I would line this up like that. Okay, like that. And then I could take my scissors and just cut here. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to get in here and cut this off. I can't wait to do Christmas neighborhoods. Oh, I have a couple in mind. One of my friends on here, one of you gals said, oh, you should do shops. And I thought, oh, yeah. We're going to do houses decorated for Christmas, and we're going to do a little row of shops. So that's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I didn't do a good job here, so let me just cut that off. Okay, that's good. So that's covered. Now let's go to this next one here. And I have this long strip here. Sometimes I don't put anything here. I'll put washi tape. But, oh, I forgot to look at my washi tape. I might have a washi tape for over here, or you can always cut down a strip. That would be pretty, too. Let's see. That would be pretty on this house. I might leave it there for now. And let's see what else we have. This is super pretty, isn't it? I like that one, too. What else do we have here? I'm looking at these Artie Mays ones here. There's so many different ones. This is pretty too, isn't it? Some are, you know, they're all different sizes. Oh, that might be pretty. Maybe I'll do that here. That could be here maybe for the top. And then what if I did, I have to cut this down. I could do this here on this side. We could do that. And then, do something like that. And then I want to see, either I would leave this brown, and I could do that. I'm going to look for a washi tape to go here and maybe a scrap here, but I'm thinking I want to do this. I think I want to maybe make that roof taller with the orange. I could do that. Okay. All right, so let's do that. I'm going to make a mark here. And let's cut that. Ooh, there's double-sided. Oh, well, that's okay. I'll use this one. I think I'll use that side. Looking for my pencil mark here. Making sure I see it. That's pretty too. And then on this side, where's my pencil mark? There it is. Okay. Hopefully I did a good job of cutting that. I'll check it one more time. So that's going to go here. And I don't mind, I'll just get this a little darker over here. Okay. So I'll get this one on first. Okay, and then I'm going to fold that one back. Let's get that on. Oh, I just love that. But no, I'm using this. See, that's the problem. Sometimes you can't decide which side to use. But these are just scraps, you know, that I had. So I'm happy to use them. So let's get those on. Like that. Okay. And then I wanted this to go here like that. So I am going to see where it ends and just kind of rough cut that off. So I told you I started reading that Pumpkin Spice Cafe from Lori Gilmore. It's so cute. It's like reading a Hallmark movie. If you ever watch Hallmark movies, what was this one I was using? Yeah, it's super fun. Such a cute little story so far. Really liking it. Okay, so I am going to, this time I'm going to try the glue on the paper because that's a bigger area. And then we'll cut off the rest. Okay. Okay, and let's cut that roof off. I have my Goblin Glen displayed in my house, and I have my Witchwood Lane. They are just, I don't know, I love them. You can line them up, and one block is Witchwood Lane, the other block is Goblin Glen. Then you can line up Autumn Avenue. you could have a whole town if you keep going on this. All right, I'm going to leave that for now because I want to see if I have any washi tape for that. I might want to put a washi tape there or something. We'll see. But I'm not going to worry about that now. So let's continue. Let's change my glue book page here. Okay, so now we have the big one. Okay, so on the big one, let's see what we want to do. I know I want to put a tree there, one of my tree cutouts. I want to put this here. So I guess I should see what will look good with that tree there. I think this is so pretty, isn't it? This might go here, actually. We'll see. Or on the back. Okay, I like this texture here. I like this one. This will have to be a smaller. That, or I don't know if I want this one for here. No, maybe for the back, but not for here. This one's a possibility, but I need more than that. So what else do we have? This is too dark, I don't think well, I could put some of that in there, the red. That might work. No, I don't know. I have some of that. This is pretty. I'm going to try to make this one, since this one is bright, I'm going to try to make this one more of a neutral. Okay, let's play with some of this. Oh, that's this one. Okay. I think I want to make this one more neutral. And I think I want to use, maybe that will be across there. All right, this one, I'm going to cut it since I've been cutting. Let's just make a cut here and see. It's like a puzzle, putting a puzzle together, isn't it? Can I cut these? Yeah. If I do that, well, let's see if that's not wide enough that way. Not wide enough. I'd have to make it smaller and then make this something else. I don't know. I know I had that roof there. That's not big enough. Oops. I dropped my glue spreader, but that's okay. I have another one here. Let's see. Decisions. That one's like too much orange again over there, but this might work. You know what? I might just put that brown there. Let's just start with that. I'm going to cut this. Even though it's brown on brown, but you know what? It still works for me. So I want this house to be a little more neutral. So I am going to give it a trim. Let me get that trimmed. And then make a pencil mark. Okay. I'm just cutting over here, trying to get a clean cut. Okay, now that would go here. Okay, and I have another piece in there. Let's see. Let's get that inked. It'll be fun decorating these houses, I think, and the tags, right? Okay, so I'm going to cut this off here. We don't need all that. So I'm going to glue that on, and then we're just going to see what else we can do with it. What else will go with it? And just make sure you don't glue over your seams over here so it closes up. Okay, so we have that. And oh, this would actually fit really good here. All right, well, I guess that's where that's going. You know, I have a lot of fall scrapbook paper too. So if you have scrapbook paper, that would be nice too, like I used on my Goblin Glen. I thought about using it, but I thought, you know what, I have all these here, and I wanted to try to use that, what I had here, without breaking that out. And I think I can afford to do a brighter roof. Ooh, that's really bright, huh? But it kind of does pick that up. Or I could do it this way where it's not as bright. I don't know about that now. Don't know. Let's see what else we have here. No. What's this one? Not big enough. Okay. That might not be too bad. I'm looking at that. That might not be too bad at all. I don't know. What do you think? Is it too much, this? If I use it this way, I can kind of center that there. No, I don't know. Maybe with this red, kind of pick up the orangey reds around here. What if I did that? Center that there. That might work. I could put a wreath over there too. That's what I was kind of thinking of, putting a wreath. Yeah. This one, no. Well, let's see. This one's different, isn't it? No. Okay. Can you tell me what I should do? Because I'm struggling here. I'm thinking this one. I don't know why, but I am. Okay, so I'm going to cut this here. I'm going to do it. I mean, I think all the pages would look really nice. It's just, you know, you got to pick one. Just pick one, Nance. Pick one. Okay, so if I put that there, and that's gonna, I can cut this part off too. Okay. Okay, let's get some glue on here and give that a cut. And like I said, you can always go back in later, and if you need to put a little extra glue somewhere underneath something, you know, you'll always be able to do that. Okay, and then see, like right there, I didn't get all that. Okay, and this side, a little more. Okay, there. Now I can go in and trim that roof. I always was wondering about folding it back, but I don't think I want that because I'm not sure what I'm doing on the back yet. And then we can't fold it. Obviously we can't because it's a pocket, Nance. It's a pocket. But you could fold it to the inside if you want to do that. Just remember to don't fold it over like I just was suggesting. It's a, well, unless you don't want it to be a pocket. But the whole point is they're all pockets, right? Okay. All right, let's see. Okay, so far, yeah, I'm loving it. I think it's really pretty so far. What do you think? I think it's very pretty so far. Very nice. I like it. Yep, they all seem to be going really nice together. All right, so now we're moving on to these. So I'll just leave it like this. Okay, this one, you know, I had my eye on this paper here. I really liked how it looked. But not to say that I need to use that. This is really pretty too. But it's not quite big enough. Oh, I have this one too. I like that. But I almost think this could go on the back for one of the taller houses. So maybe I'll save that. We already used that, so I can't do that. This is pretty. And that would actually fit. I really don't, I know there's a little yellow here, but I really don't want yellow, yellow, yellow. Well, anyway, I am going to put sunflowers, but this here, I don't, that's what I'm saying. I just don't want that part. Here, I know I used it on the roof already, so no. Although, no, I have this one here. Oh no, I don't like that. But look at this one. This one might be really pretty here. This dark one here. Maybe I'll try it. And the little roof part, I can either leave it like that. Let's just try this here. Okay. Let me cut this down. I'm trying to see where my fold was now. See, I don't remember. I creased it. I didn't crease it enough. Okay. Now, which side was it? This side? Okay. I could do that. Or was it this side? No, I think it was... Okay, I think it was this. I still have to cut it a little bit on one side here. So let's mark it. Trim that off. Okay, I went to Trader Joe's yesterday with one of my daughters. We don't have one near us. It's like a a grocery store, but with more like natural, organic-y type things in it. I don't know where they have their stores, like what states they have them in, but we have one that's not, it's about a half-hour ride. So we always like to go around this time because they have all their special fall type foods and fall candles and fall lotions and treats and pumpkin spice this, pumpkin spice that, pumpkin this, apple butter this. I mean, we love going, and my whole cart is just all this. That's all I ever get. Well, I do get something, a few other things, but it was fun to go. It was really fun to go. And then my daughter always treats us to our first official pumpkin spice latte from Starbucks. That's our treat before we go shopping. Although today, because it was really warm here in Illinois, we're getting our, I don't know, maybe it's the Indian summer coming, because it's going to be 80s all week now. It was really warm, so we've got a cold pumpkin spice chai. Oh, it was delicious. Delicious. What a treat. It's not cheap. So, you know, I don't think I could justify for me to buy that all the time, but it's definitely just a treat for me. Just a treat. Okay, so there, I almost don't mind this here because I feel like I could put a little something there. So I'm going to leave that for now. I'm going to just leave that. Let's see what it's looking like so far. Yeah, I'm thinking it's really nice. I really like it. Okay, so we have one more house to cover on the front. And I did that in the middle, so that's really cute. Let's see, what can we do here? No. Still have this. I did use some of that stripe, there, so technically I could do that there. I still have, I don't think these two go, but I like that. Maybe for the roof, for this top part of the house. Or can I do it this way? I could do it this way even. That would be really good. But then what would I do down here? What haven't I used? No, I don't like that. Let's see about this piece from here. This is too dark, too dark. I already have that, so that's not going to work. What else? I have this. I don't know. And then I could always do a washi tape over here too. This one is too light. I don't think I want that. No. I know I have music paper, but, I have this, didn't I? But that's not wide enough for that. If I put that there, that might work. I might be able to do that. So let me cut it there, and I'll just rip it a little. And then here, I'll cut it. Let's see if we can do that. That might be okay. I think I'm going to have to just cut this whole thing here right now. Okay. And then this. We'll see how it looks. Let's see if I cut that good. I've got a lot of little pieces here. Yeah, that will work there. Okay. And then, okay, where was the one? Oh yeah, there it is. And I was going to use this for the roof. I think that'll work. I think that will. So I'm going to ink this up. And get that glued on. Okay. And then we'll have our fronts collaged. Okay. Yeah, I will definitely look for some washi tape to use on here. I feel like I want to. All right, so this one's going to go here. We can just kind of glue that. I'm just going to trim a smidge off the side. So let's get that off. See if that was enough of a smidge. I could just go a smidge and a half a smidge. A half a smidge now. Let's see if 1.5 smidges worked. Oh yeah, that's it. Okay, great. Let's just get some ink here. And a smidge and a half, okay? In case you needed to do that. And I am going to just get the glue on here. Okay. 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 Now that I glued that on there, let's cut this off and take a look. See, I think it's best to not have too many choices for collaging. Maybe I had too many, but I don't think I did, but man, maybe just have a smaller range. But I did. I mean, I used all of Andrea's and some textile. I used those too. Okay. All right, so let's see. And I want to use maybe washi tape over there. Okay, so let's just take a look here. I'm going to open this up. Let me move my stuff out of the way so we can actually get a good look at this here. I still have a lot of paper. The music paper I might use on the tags on the inside is what I'm guessing. That's what I was going to do. So let me just move this out of the way. And let's look at the front of the house of Autumn Avenue. I like it. Can you see it? Yeah, I think we're in. Okay, I like it. I like the small houses, kind of different. I think everything looks really nice. And I'll look for some washi tape. Maybe this one, I don't even mind brown here. I might just put a strip of paper here or something, but I like this brown here. I don't know, I don't mind the browns too much on there, but these are definitely good base colors to put these, like just for instance, I love this pot of marigolds, and look how cute that would look there. That would be cute there, or I could put it there, or here. Well, yeah, this would be cute here. It's kind of big, obviously, but it's for fun. This, I wanted to put a tree on that house, one of my bigger trees, so that's kind of going to go there, and maybe a wreath up here. I don't know, I'm excited to start cutting these out and playing with them. But okay, friends, so we got the front of the neighborhood collaged, and then in the next video we'll do the back side, collage the back side, and then we'll continue on. So then get your your little pieces, whatever you want to decorate with, like scarecrows, flowers, pumpkins, trees, you know, things like that, wreaths, leaves, and then we'll continue on. So, okay, we've got Autumn Avenue started. Thanks, friends, for hanging with me, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care now. Bye.